Power does not come from noise. It does not come from attention. It does not come from explaining yourself, proving yourself, or trying to be understood by everyone. Real power is quiet. It is controlled, it is disciplined, it is felt before it is seen. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who speak the most, post the most, or demand the most. They are the ones who know when to stay silent, when to move, and when to let the world wonder. Mystery is not hiding out of fear. It is choosing privacy over performance. Power is not dominance. It is self-control, emotional stability, and unshakable focus. And begging is not only asking for money or help. Begging is chasing attention, approval, validation, love, respect, and belonging. The moment you stop chasing, stop explaining, and stop trying to be chosen, everything changes. Your presence becomes heavier. Your words become stronger. Your silence becomes louder than noise. This is not about ego. This is not about pride. This is about self-respect, discipline, and control over your life, your energy, and your direction. When you become mysterious, people pay attention. When you become powerful, people respect you. When you stop begging, people feel your value. This is the mindset that changes how the world sees you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. I stand before you as someone who understands how power truly grows, and I tell you this with clarity and honesty. The fastest way to lose control of your life is to reveal too much of it. People who talk too much about their plans, their pain, their dreams, and their fears give away their strength without realizing it. Every word you release creates a picture in someone else's mind, and once that picture is formed, you no longer control how they see you. When you learn to hold your inner world in silence, something changes. Your presence becomes heavier. Your words begin to matter more. People start paying attention, not because you demand it, but because they feel something they cannot explain. Mystery is not about pretending. It is about discipline. It is about choosing what the world gets to know and what the world never touches. Most people think openness makes. They believe being emotionally available, constantly expressive, and always explaining themselves will earn respect. In reality, it often does the opposite. It teaches people how to read you, how to predict you, and how to use your patterns against you. When someone knows what makes you angry, they know how to provoke you. When someone knows what you want, they know how to manipulate you. When someone knows your fears, they know how to control you. Silence removes those weapons from their hands. Privacy becomes protection. Restraint becomes authority. Control what you reveal, and you begin to control the room without raising your voice. You walk in differently when you are not desperate to be understood. Your body language changes. Your eyes are calmer. Your posture is steady. You do not rush your words. You do not rush your emotions. You do not rush your decisions. People feel this before they understand it. They sense that you are not seeking approval. They sense that you are not trying to impress. They sense that you are not trying to fit in. That energy alone shifts how they treat you. There is a deep power in being selective. Not cold, not cruel, not distant, just selective. You do not need to tell everyone what you are building. You do not need to explain your struggles to people who cannot help you. You do not need to defend your silence. You do not need to justify your boundaries. You do not need to narrate your life. When you keep things to yourself, you protect your momentum. You protect your focus. You protect your peace. Noise drains energy. Drama drains energy. Explaining drains energy. Arguing drains energy. Oversharing drains energy. Silence gives it back. There is also something else that happens when you control what you reveal. You stop seeking validation. You stop needing people to clap for your effort. You stop needing reassurance for every move you make. You start trusting your own judgment. You start listening to your instincts. You start moving with calm confidence instead of emotional urgency. This changes your internal world first, and then it changes how the external world responds to you. Powerful people are not transparent. They are clear but not exposed. They are present but not open books. They are human but not available to everyone. They do not hide their values, but they protect their intentions. They do not hide their strength, but they protect their strategies. They do not hide their ambition, but they protect their direction. This balance is what creates respect. When you reveal less, people lean in more. When you speak less, people listen more. When you explain less, people think more. When you react less, people hesitate more. When you show less emotion, people show you more respect, not because you are intimidating, but because you are controlled. Control is calming. Control feels safe. Control feels solid. Control feels powerful. In daily life, this shows up in simple ways. You stop responding to everything. You stop defending every opinion. You stop correcting every misunderstanding. You stop proving every point. You stop reacting to every comment. You stop explaining every decision. You choose when to speak. You choose when to stay quiet. You choose when to engage. You choose when to walk away. This choice gives you leverage over your own mind first, and then over your environment. People who reveal everything live in reaction mode. People who reveal less live in command mode. Reaction mode is chaotic. Command mode is calm. Reaction mode is emotional. Command mode is stable. Reaction mode is loud. Command mode is quiet. Reaction mode is exhausting. Command mode is sustainable. The more you practice restraint, the more you feel the shift inside. Your thoughts become clearer. Your emotions become steadier. Your decisions become sharper. Your focus becomes stronger. Your confidence becomes natural instead of forced. You no longer need to announce who you are. Your presence does it for you. This is how mystery becomes power, not through tricks, not through games, not through manipulation, through discipline, through self-control, through awareness, through emotional regulation, through silence, through patience, through intention. You do not need to disappear from the world. You need to stop leaking your power into it. You do not need to isolate yourself. You need to protect your inner space. You do not need to act superior. You need to act grounded. You do not need to intimidate. You need to stable. When you control what you reveal, you stop living for attention and start living for direction. You stop performing and start building. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop chasing and start attracting. People begin to respect you not because you demand it, but because they feel your strength without you announcing it. Silence becomes your shield. Privacy becomes your armor. Restraint becomes your presence. Calm becomes your authority. Control becomes your identity. This is how mystery is formed. This is how power grows. This is how you become someone people cannot read easily, cannot manipulate easily, and cannot control easily. Not because you are hiding, but because you are mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, the world has no choice but to respond differently to you. There is a different kind of strength that very few people understand. It is not loud, it is not flashy. It does not seek attention, it does not beg to be seen. It is the power of being rare. When you make yourself rare, your value rises without effort. People respect what they cannot access easily. People desire what they cannot reach quickly. People take seriously what they cannot replace. Most people make themselves too available, too reachable, too open, too accessible. They reply fast. They show up everywhere. They explain everything. They share everything. They give their time to anyone who asks. They give their energy to anyone who demands. They give their attention to anyone who calls. And slowly, without noticing, they make themselves common. When something is common, it is taken for granted. When something is always available, it is not valued. When something is easy to access, it is not respected. This is how people lose their power without realizing it. It changes everything. When you are not always available, people feel your absence. When you are not easy to reach, people feel your importance. When you do not show up everywhere, your presence gains meaning. When you do not give access easily, your attention becomes valuable. This is not arrogance, this is not ego, this is not coldness, this is self-respect. You are not here to entertain everyone. You are not here to save everyone. You are not here to please everyone. You are not here to be available to everyone. You are here to build a life, a mind, a future, and a level of power that cannot be shaken by noise. Making yourself rare starts with boundaries, real boundaries, not words, actions. You stop answering everything. You stop explaining everything. You stop attending everything. You stop engaging with everything. You stop giving everyone access to your time, your energy, your thoughts, your plans, your emotions. Your time becomes selective, your space becomes protected, your focus becomes guarded, your presence becomes intentional. You start choosing where you go, you start choosing who you speak to, you start choosing what you respond to. You start choosing what you invest in, you start choosing what you ignore, and something powerful happens. People begin to adjust to you instead of you adjusting to them. People begin to value your presence instead of expecting it. People begin to respect your time instead of wasting it. People begin to treat you not because you demanded it, because you changed your behavior. Rarity creates respect without force. Rarity creates value without noise. Rarity creates power without effort. When you walk into a room less often, your entrance matters more. When you speak less often, your words matter more. When you appear less, your presence matters more. When you give less access, your attention matters more. People start paying attention to your patterns. They notice when you are present. They notice when you are absent. They feel the difference. This creates psychological impact. This creates emotional weight. This creates influence. You stop being background noise. You stop being predictable. You stop being taken lightly. You stop being easy to replace. You become someone people think about, someone people notice, someone people remember, someone people respect. In daily life, this looks simple. You do not over-explain yourself. You do not overshare your plans. You do not overexpress your emotions. You do not overcommit your time. You do not overgive your energy. You move calmly. You move selectively. You move intentionally. You become harder to read but easier to respect, harder to access but easier to trust, harder to reach but easier to value. People feel this shift even if they cannot explain it. They sense it in your presence, they sense it in your energy, they sense it in your behavior, they sense it in your silence, they sense it in your calm. You no longer chase connection. You no longer chase attention. You no longer chase approval. You no longer chase validation. You choose. And choosing is power. When you choose who gets access to you, you control your life. When you choose where your energy goes, you control your future. When you choose how people engage with you, you control your position. This changes your identity. You stop feeling desperate. You stop feeling rushed. You stop feeling pressured. You stop feeling behind. You start feeling grounded. You start feeling stable. You start feeling focused. You start feeling in control. Being rare is not hiding. It is not isolation. It is not loneliness, it is not distance, it is discipline, it is structure, it is clarity, it is self-respect. You still connect deeply, you still care deeply, you still love deeply, but you choose carefully. You protect your time, you protect your mind, you protect your energy, you protect your future. And the world responds to this, not with noise, not with chaos, not with pressure, but with respect. When you become rare, you stop needing to prove your worth. Your presence proves it. Your absence proves it. Your behavior proves it. This is how you stop begging for space. This is how you stop chasing relevance. This is how you stop fighting for attention. You become someone people seek, not someone who seeks. And that is real power, because the person who is not desperate is dangerous. The person who is not needy is strong. The person who is not chasing is in control. The person who is not available to everyone is respected. Be rare, be selective, be disciplined, be intentional, be calm, be controlled. Make your presence valuable by not giving it away freely. Make your energy powerful by protecting it. Make your life strong by choosing who gets access to it. This is how mystery becomes influence. This is how distance becomes respect. This is how silence becomes value. This is how presence becomes power. And when you live this way, people do not just notice you. They feel you. They remember you. They respect you. They move differently around you because rarity changes everything. Real power is not built in public. It is built quietly, patiently, and without an audience. Most people want to be seen before they are ready. They want recognition before they have results. They want respect before they have discipline. They want praise before they have proof. This is why they stay stuck. They chase attention instead of building. Quiet power works differently. When you build in silence, there is no pressure to perform, no pressure to impress, no pressure to explain, no pressure to prove. You are free to focus fully. Your mind becomes clear. Your energy becomes stable. Your actions become sharp. Your discipline becomes natural. People who talk too much about their goals lose focus. People who show everything lose control. People who announce everything create pressure that weakens them. Noise creates distraction. Attention creates weakness. Constant exposure creates vulnerability. Silence creates strength. When you move quietly, you protect your plans. When you work quietly, you protect your progress. When you grow quietly, you protect your future. No one interferes. No one competes. No one sabotages, no one distracts, no one drains you. Your mind stays clean, your focus stays strong, your direction stays clear, your purpose stays intact. Quiet building changes your psychology. You stop craving validation, you stop needing approval, you stop depending on reactions. You stop feeding on likes, comments, or praise. Your motivation comes from inside. Your drive comes from purpose. Your discipline comes from identity. You begin to enjoy progress more than applause. You begin to value growth more than attention. You begin to respect structure more than popularity. This creates emotional stability. You are no longer shaken by opinions. You are no longer influenced by judgment. You are no longer controlled by noise. You are no longer distracted by trends. You move in your own rhythm. You wake up with direction, you work with focus, you move with patience, you sleep with clarity. Building power quietly also changes how people see you. They do not see the struggle. They do not see the effort. They do not see the work. They only see the result. And when results appear without explanation, people respect them more. Sudden success feels powerful to outsiders. Silent growth feels dangerous to competitors. Calm confidence feels intimidating to insecure minds. When you rise without noise, people cannot track your movement. They cannot copy your steps. They cannot predict your decisions. They cannot interfere with your process. You become unpredictable. You become untraceable. You become uncontrollable. This is real independence. You are not shaped by opinions. You are not guided by trends. You are not moved by pressure. You are not driven by approval. You are driven by vision. You are driven by clarity. You are driven by purpose. You are driven by discipline. Quiet building also protects your emotional life. No comparison, no competition, no jealousy, no performance anxiety, no fear of failure in public. You are free to learn. Free to make mistakes, free to improve, free to grow. Growth needs privacy. Discipline needs silence. Focus needs space. Power needs patience. You stop announcing moves. You stop explaining plans. You stop proving intentions. You stop defending your path. Your actions become your voice. Your results become your message. Your progress becomes your proof. When the world finally notices, it feels sudden to them, but it was slow for you. It was daily work. Daily discipline, daily effort, daily structure, daily focus, daily sacrifice, daily consistency. They see the success. They do not see the years. They see the power. They do not see the pain. They see the confidence. They do not see the struggle. And that is how quiet power works. You become respected without explaining. You become influential without speaking. You become strong without showing. You become feared without threatening. Because real power does not seek attention, it attracts it. This silence changes your presence. You walk calmer. You speak slower. You move with control. You respond less. You observe more. You react less. You think deeper. You choose carefully. Your nervous system settles. Your emotions stabilize. Your decisions sharpen. Your instincts strengthen. You are no longer reactive. You are intentional. You are no longer impulsive. You are strategic. You are no longer loud. You are composed. This composure creates authority. People feel it when you enter a room. Not because of your voice, not because of your words, not because of your appearance, but because of your energy. Stillness creates presence, calm creates control, silence creates weight, focus creates dominance. When you build power quietly, you do not need to announce who you are. People feel it. They sense it. They adjust to it. They respect it. You stop seeking status. Status comes to you. You stop chasing influence. Influence follows you. You stop forcing respect. Respect grows naturally. This is the difference between visible power and real power. Visible power is loud. Real power is calm. Visible power is fragile. Real power is stable. Visible power needs attention. Real power controls attention. Build quietly, grow privately, strengthen silently, move patiently. And when you rise, rise without noise. When you succeed, succeed without explanation. When you become powerful without performance. Because the strongest position in the world is not being seen as powerful. It is being powerful without being seen. Do not prove, you demonstrate through actions. This is inner power. And when you live like this, the world responds differently. People respect your space. People value your time. People sense your strength. People feel your presence. People adjust to your standards. Because the strongest position in life is not being wanted by everyone. It is being chosen by the right people. It is choosing the right path. It is choosing the right life. It is choosing yourself. Be mysterious, powerful, never fake. Not because you are better than the world, but because you are finally in control of yourself.